Welcome back to If You Don't Know Now You Know TV. It's your boy Toussaint. I saw this video on YouTube and I thought it was very encouraging of talking about how our steps are ordered in God's providence, meaning He guides and sees it all. So I wanted to show this video today. Let's see. I hope you are encouraged by it, but it encouraged me. It's a family in Chicago. A bakery owner discovers her son, long lost son, right? This on the, I think it was on the NBC News. Yep. So yeah, this is really, really interesting, really good. So take a look.
Their connection started over sweets.
It was the lemon bar, the chocolate chip cookies.
For more than 10 years, Lamar Hunter found himself drawn to Give Me Some Sugar, a bakery on Chicago's South Side.
How often did you say you were coming?
At least once a week.
And what did you like about this place?
It's just the whole vibe. Everything is comfortable, and the pancakes were just like the best I'd ever had. I still, to this day, don't order pancakes from anywhere else.
Behind those pancakes, Lenore Lindsay, who never thought she'd own a bakery but took it up after retirement, putting her own spin on some family recipes.
I just wanted to have a little place, like Cheers, where everybody knows your name.
And always watching out for the regulars.
Hey, you gonna eat all that? Like that.
So in those early days, he comes in, were you paying any attention to him?
No, not at all. I didn't think he was special in any way.
Did it really happen? Yeah, that just felt mean.
That easy rapport foreshadowing a life-altering explanation. Vamar was adopted as a child.
The way I found out was my adoptive mother just brought it up kind of matter-of-factly, like, yeah, remember when I told you were adopted? No.
You'd never heard that before.
No.
So he started working with the genealogist who found his biological mother.
You can't tell the story without talking God, because I was led the entire way.
Little did he know, he'd be led right behind the counter of his favorite bakery back to Lenore. Pregnant at just 17, at the time Lenore felt adoption was the best way forward.
Every time I think about how I disappointed my parents, that's just very overwhelming for me. So all I could think about was, how can I make this better for my parents, and just kind of go on.
50 years later, she was given the name and number of her son to call, thinking he'd be a complete stranger.
I called him from the bakery line because I wasn't sure, who he was or anything.
Give me some sugar pops up. I didn't order anything. I'm thinking, like, why? Then I heard a voice. I'm like, Miss Lenore? Like, yeah. Like, Miss Lenore? Like, yeah. I'm like, this is for Mars.
So wait, are you two just screaming at each other on the phone?
Screaming, we just like screaming.
Oh my God.
Like, oh my goodness, no! No! Are you kidding? No!
And the pair started noticing some similarities.
I started saying, like, oh, the little wisecracking thing. Yeah. I got somebody to blame for that now.
We are so much alike, it is crazy.
As the two were making up for lost time, Lenore was also fighting breast cancer, and the shop was taking a toll. So Vamar decided to step up, learning how to bake at night. Today, he's running the bakery full-time.
I couldn't just sell it to anybody or have anybody come in. They had to feel it. They had to feel the people. And so he loves it like I love it. That's huge for me.
And Vamar has mastered his craft.
Are these the famous pound cakes?
Yes.
Yes.
These are the Vamar pound cakes?
These are the Vamar pound cakes.
Mother and son, now together, feeding the souls of their community.
This world is full of people that don't do good things, And it just so happens that my mother is a pillar of the community.
I can't explain it. It almost feels like I have never been away from him.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Really touching story. They actually look alike when you look at them, right? It really shows, as he said in his own words, that He realized his steps were guided and ordered by God when he was going through this. And let's see. Let's always go to a verse, right? Job 34:21. The eyes are on the ways of mortals. He sees their every step. God sees the every step and he guides the every step. Because it's only by God there's something that was broken that God put it back together. He is a mender of the brokenhearted. He is one, he's a bridge maker, right? You understand that now? This young man, know what job he had before, but now he's running the bakery with his mother who gave him up at adoption at 17. Those stories are really encouraging to know that God is still working in people's lives. You can see it. You can see it in your own life if you take a step back and look. As I always can tell, my steps are ordered too. We just gotta realize that God is there. Don't get discouraged, but know that He's there. Because it says God is looking at all people. He's looking at all of us. He really is in tune with you and I, right? He really is. And in his providence, meaning that he guides everything. In another version, it says, "For his eyes are on the ways of man, and he sees all his steps." So he's seeing and he sees the steps, but he's also um, guiding the steps if we allow him to, right? So sometimes we just need to go to that place where he's telling us to go because we just don't know. But I thought it was a good story, just something to encourage us about, because I know it's a lot of things going in the news, but seeing stories like this touched me to see that young man back with his mom. And they didn't know. They saw each other for 10 years. He was buying from them week after week for 10 years and didn't know that his mother was serving him. It was just something he felt about the place. And it's just an amazing story. So, yeah, that's just something I wanted to share today. So, if you don't know, now you know.